Hello, welcome to Let It Be Budgets. My name is Karen, and on my channel I do everything budgeting related. In today's video, I'm going to kind of do my January budget overview and a modified budget with me because there's a lot going on. But just to give you an essence of what how my budget works for me. I'm also going to do my penny challenge, how much I saved in December. I've got to go through my monthly saving challenges and see how much they've saved and separate them out into my sinking funds. And then, I'm sorry, I'd like to be able to do my wallet reset also. So I'm going to go ahead, start my penny challenge. We really didn't do a lot of spending, so, I mean, we did some spending, but mostly groceries and stuff. So we have, there's $1, 25, 30, 40, 50, 55, 59. So $1.59. And I can color her in here. I started this savings challenge in October of 2024, and I am just saving the change that I get from when we go shopping. That's it. And I anticipate probably about 3 years to complete it. The goal in this challenge is $649.80. And this challenge was created by Hey K Budget. I got it on her Google Drive. I love this challenge. Alrighty, so I'm going to put that aside. And I'm still fighting this cold, so thankfully, I think my fever is broke, so my mind is a little bit more functioning. So basically what I'm going to do, okay. First thing I did with my budget is I went through this the other day real quick. So this here it reflects my yearly budget, because I budget yearly. This was my yearly budget. And I do that at the beginning of the year. I just write everything out. I just change colors of the pen when I'm making changes in it. So this is going to reflect my yearly budget now. It's also reflecting my annual calendar. My annual calendar, I just documented when things were like my annual fees or biannual fees or going to be deducted. So I just put it on here, and I was watching Canadian Finance Journey, and she did this. I loved it. When she put it down, she made marks so that it draws you to the month and lets you, brings it attention that this bill is going to be due this month. I also put it for my sewer because my sewer is every other month. So I'm keeping this on the back of my clipboard because that's where I do it. I kind of keep just my few papers that I need. I keep them on my clipboard, and that way I have quick reference. Alrighty. So I already wrote out my calendar for January, and on here you'll see I have I pay bills twice a month, so I'm not going to get to the bank until Monday or Tuesday. I've been too sick, so everything's kind of getting backed up on how I know how to do everything, for laying out my bills and stuff. But I'm just going to set them up for Tuesday, And I have my mortgage on my city credit card. I pay it in full every month now. I paid it off in November last year. So now I just pay in full because I have 3 or 4 things that come out of it automatically. So I have to compensate for that. My water bill is going to be due, my AM funds, and golden rule. So I will probably have those paid on Tuesday. And this month, my Ohio State water proofing is going to be due. This is an annual fee of $40. So it's here. Once I pay it, I'll mark it off here. That way I have it reflected on my annual budget. And then the only reason I put my pay down is because that's the only thing that's fixed. I know I get paid the third Wednesday of every month. So other than that, my husband brings in the money when he gets it. So because he's on a variable income, he has a business, so it depends on what the jobs are doing. And I just highlight when we have pay with the pink. And if you see here green, that means it was a spend day, because I always monitor my excess spending that I don't have accounted for in my budget. Because then if it becomes a regular kind of thing, I'm going to have to figure out, I'm going to have to incorporate it into my budget. So that's how I look at that. And then I have my expense tracker, which I'm very good using. I use it all the time. I'm not going to go through my expenses from last week like a weekly check-in like I normally do. It was for 2 weeks because we had a 5-week month. Generally I do my budgets on a 4-week month, but that was a 5-week month. So, but I stayed within my spending that I expect to stay in. So, I know that already. So I have my expense tracker. I have my weekly check-in. Does it work? Yay! I love these. These just help me monitor what I'm going to need to, any changes that I might need to make in my budgeting. And the expense tracker keeps me accountable. Okay, so for my budgeting, I'm going to do just a little bit different. I highlighted this the other day, but Mrs. P has this in her Ko-fi, and it's a sinking fund monthly plan, and I've watched her do it, and I kept thinking about it because I write everything out every month on here. I've decided I'm not doing that for this, for my sinking funds or my savings. So I've written all my sinking funds down. These sinking funds here are my car maintenance, house maintenance, health. Those are the ones I fund every month. And I use for my savings challenges. So they're equivalent to $412 that I save every month. So I'm going to put it over here on my sinking funds. Also, I'm going to include my savings over here. I have 2 different I have my vacation savings, that's my savings, and my phone savings. And then I have a medical savings, my 1 month ahead savings with Judy goes with my 1 month ahead, my escrow savings, which is now I'm referring to it as my 52-week savings, because my escrow is fully funded, and once it's not fully funded again, the 52-week will go right back over into that until it's fully funded. That way my house payment is not going to go up every month. I will just cover that cost. And my Christmas savings. So that is equivalent to $758 a month that I save. So I'm keeping this here. I'm going to keep it in the back of my clipboard so that I have reference to it, but I'm not going to continue to write it on my budget. I did find that I'm going to need to add Sadie Care. I've been doing a challenge to that, a little challenge, $10 a week. I'm not going to do any kind of challenge for it anymore. I'm going to just put it, I have an envelope I put in my wallet for her, and it's going to be $10 a week. I'll just stuff in the wallet for her care, and that's for her heartworm medication, and she's going to need grooming. I just don't know the frequency yet because she's not quite due, but she is getting due for her nails. She also is like, I think that she really reminds me of a, I guess it's a snoodle. She's a schnauzer and a poodle. And that's, she really reminds me of. So, I know she's got 2 different hair types. Most of it is non-shedding. She does have a little bit that is shedding. But I brush her every day now and comb her every day so that she gets used to the comb and the brush. So I don't know what her vet costs are, what her grooming cost is going to be. So that's still that one's up in the air. So that I'll end up changing it as I need to from the wallet. But that I found that I need to add to that. Also, you'll see I did additions to my groceries and stuff, but that was because it was a 5 week, so I had a higher outload from that. So that's just going to cut that down. You don't need to watch me fill this in. The only other thing that's going to be different also is my Honda. Instead of being over in my fixed expenses, since this is my, well, I guess in a way you can call it a snowball because I'm paying off my credit card. This is going to be the same amount of money essentially. So I'm not really upping it. The extra money that I paid on my credit card, I can do it. So that extra money is going to go on my car payment. And that just makes my car payment a double car payment. So I'm going to reflect that over here in my extra debt, like a snowball kind of thing, so I can get this paid off. That is my goal this year, is to get that paid off. So I'm going to keep it over here. We were a little bit short last month. I do have a buffer in my account for this, so because it does happen at times. This is a big holiday time. People are not paying for people to work on cars. Not unless it's an emergency. And my husband, biggest part of his is doing customs and street rods and stuff, so that makes it different. So we're aware of that, and we budget for that in our own. So we were down $329. So that'll be, by the time he gets his pay next week, that'll be right back up to norm. So those are good. So there's my paycheck there. I've got all my money for, this reflects my money for, that I use the credit card for. It's in green here, credit card. And that money goes here. My Netflix, not my Netflix, but my ink, I ended up using more than what I pay for. Because my ink is, I pay for it monthly. It's on a monthly bill. So I ended up having to pay more money because I printed out too many things. That's the first time I've ever printed out too many things. So I try to stay good with it. I keep it on, I like this because it keeps me at a limit on how much paper and stuff I'm using. So that'll work. And then, trying to think if there was anything new. My cash planning I'll do when I do my cash stuffing. Because I think, or just before it, do the cash planning and then do my cash stuffing. So here's this is for my year. Yay! I'm happy. I like I think that I'm going to like this annual thing, and I think I'm going to get used to doing this sinking funds on a separate paper very good. So we're going to set that aside, and I don't think I had anything else on here to reflect over, because that money, the credit card is in my wallet to go back to the bank, and that'll do that. And I was real good about monitoring what my thing was, so I had an excess $10 on my cash planning. But I found how I got it. So, because I changed my cash planning, and I don't adjust very well, so it takes me a little bit to get to it. But I had $10 extra for my Christmas savings, so that will be reflected in the next cash planning. And I think that's it. Okay, so there is the important stuff of what I do, my budgeting. All right, so let's see what we got here. I had $45 for I had finished a challenge in my games day, and on my games day I've accumulated some scratchers, and I want to make sure I'd like to use them, so one of my envelopes is always going to be a scratcher. So I have $45 here. This goes into my savings, vacation savings, whatever. So what I did is I added it over here, and so that gave me $383 total for the month of December. So I'm going to take this aside. I have a pile of money over here you can't see. This money all has to go back to the bank, or most of it's going to go back to the bank. So I have, I'm just going to put this in here. So I have a 10. Separate them out a little bit. My 5s. And these are just 1s. I have a ton of 5s. Yay! And a ton of 1s. Okay. So those are separated. That's separated. So what I'm going to do now is figure out my sinking funds. Awesome. So these are the challenges that I do on Monday. They're called Mini Mondays, and they're just quick little challenges. Usually, for me, I like challenges that run between $20 and $30. So these I completed, and these I will add up, and we'll divide it by 4, and that'll go in my 4 main sinking funds. So this one is 21. Got some cute, I love challenges. They're so cute. So many cute ones. I'm not going to go through who they are right now. I went through that when the challenges were completed. But these challenges really make it fun to save your money. I want to play the games. I like saving the money too, though. So I think it's a win-win in both ways. Okay, so cute, just too cute. My puppy's over here. She's picking on me. She doesn't like me doing this. She wants me to, she's either laying on me, or she's throwing her toys at me, or want me to throw her toys. She's so cute. I don't know, and her and the kitty are getting along now. The kitty kind of let her know where it was, as far as who's really the boss in the house, because the puppy thinks she is. She's quite dominant little pup. And Kitty said no, and finally Puppy gave in. So they kind of lay together and stuff. Kitty's really old, so the puppy seems to understand that in a way. So I don't know if it's really that way, or if I'm seeing what I want to see. But really, they're doing quite well. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna put some stuff on here. It is so dry. We're supposed to be gonna warm up a little bit, so that'll be nice. 20, 40, 60, 80. There's 80 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then count the ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Well, Daddy's home, I think. 236. Yay! So, for this, we have $236. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to pause my phone. I stink at this stuff. So we're just gonna have to deal with Miss Barkalong. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, what did I say? Alright, so I have 236, and I want to divide this by 4. Be $59 each. So I need 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yay! So each one of my sinking funds will get $59 this time. Awesome. Alright. So there's 30, 40, 40, 50, okay, and I said 59, yep, so there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so that should be 59, alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This isn't right. I'm going to be 5 off. I don't know what I did here. Alright. 236 divided by 4 is 59. 20, 30, 40, 50, 20, 30, 40, 50, 20, 30, 40, 50. I probably counted wrong. Here we go, right here. 20, 30, 40, 50. All right. This will go. All righty. So we've got, all right. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, good job. Alrighty. So this will just take a few. We just gotta go ahead and stuff my sinking fund. This is my favorite part. And I love putting money in my envelope. The hardest part for me is that I don't want to spend my money in my envelopes. I don't want to use them. I do. And I'm doing it, but I don't want to. So I think it helps me save even more because I don't want to touch it. So there's my medical, there's Sadie. So these are my 4 emergency. So my first one is for emergency. And I'm going to add 59 to that. And let's see what I got. This is my emergency I used to pay off my credit card, which is fine by me because I have emergency money if I need. I have my 1 month ahead. So I didn't kill it, but I did kill this one. So I still had 253 left over, and I'm going to add 59. So that will give me 312. Plus 59. That'd be, I'm just going to mark 1231 here. I know I'm a day late, but that's life. Alright, so we have 59. We add those in. Make sure that's what I got. 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 50, 70, 92, 210, 30, 40, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 1, 2, I don't know, 50, 70, 90, I hate this, 50, 70, 90, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 and 5 is 12, so that's 312, so we're good. Yay! Alright. We're good on that. That's all that matters. Yay! So I'm at 312 for my emergency, and I want to get it up to 1,000 as fast as I can. So I do a rollover every month of my wallet, and then that money, I do a randomizing game to help boost the sinking funds that I need to help boost. So in my home maintenance, I have 206. I should put this over here. I don't think about it. I'm not a big calculator person. 206 plus 59. That'll give me 265. Okay. Make sure I kind of count and make sure I got it right here. When the house maintenance gets up enough, I put some over in the bank. So you'll see that my cash can be a bit different. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. And I have 4 extra, so 206 plus 59, 265. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll recheck it. Because I'm off like $4 or $5. I might have messed up because I had to make sure with my counting. But go back and look on that. So for my health, this one I use all the time too. I just, Alright. So, I have 165. This one pays for like my supplements, anything we need that way, medical, you know, if I have to pay my co-pays and such, that comes out of here. So, I had 165 plus 59, leave me 224. Alrighty. Good. That's one I must have condensed good. I don't have any. Oh, okay. Alright, just one more, guys. Yay! So I have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 80, 90, 95, 200, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Awesome. That one came out good. Yay. Alright, my next one is my car maintenance. And that is, so I have 376. I boost this one frequently and stuff. This is kind of my husband's hobby thing. Plus 59 would be 435. Alright. So let's see what I got here. Got a 10, some 5s, a bunch of 1s. Alright, 1, 5, and a 10. Oh, I don't have any. I'm going to need to get some big bills and get this sorted out. Got a lot of littler bills here. Alright, so I got 100, 200, 250, 70, 80, 90, 300, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 400, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm 5 off. Oh my. Alright, 10, 100, 200, 50, 70. 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, there it is. All right, we're good. The bills, the fives are so new that, awesome. Okay. I wanted to get this up around 1,000, but for the car, I'll never make it. As soon as I get anything higher, it goes. So that's the end of my sinking funds. I am definitely going to need to get bigger bills. Oh my, I can't close it. Okay. That one's done. Let's do my wallet reset, and then I'll be done. Okay. So I've got my groceries. This is what I got left in groceries. I got it sorted out here. I'll count it afterwards. Because that'll work better. There's too much. Because this money I'll randomize. Because these are the ones that I roll over for the month. And they, if I have rollover, then that supplies my sinking funds that I don't fund on a monthly basis. Like holiday, birthdays, those kind of things. Okay, and then gas is 20. And then miscellaneous. Okay, the rest of these do not get rolled over. Where did I put the groceries? Did I take the eating out? No, alright. Eating out I took out already. And I had put it over in the buffer. My buffer is getting big. I gotta sort that out. Okay. Oh, here's some 20s. Alrighty. Okay. For the fun of it, let's see how much I get to roll over. Yay! That does that, and all I gotta do is take out my money to go to the bank for that. Let's see what I got here. 50. Alrighty. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40. And 5, 10, 15, 20. Whoops. I messed it up already. So 50, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 160 plus 50 plus 40 plus 20 gives me 270. So we'll be right about, we'll be close to 300. So that's about, well, that's good. Yep, another 20. There's 20. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're good. 132 or 230. We have about 300 because I really screwed up. Anyway, I'm happy with that. Good. Thank you guys. Very patient. My next, you want to see what my savings was for the month? it's about the same every month. So I had 87 in escrow. Some of it doesn't show because it's in my games. 87 plus 168, and that's for my 1 month ahead, plus 29, plus 50, plus 96, plus 236, plus 383, plus 187. It gives me $1,236 just savings, essentially. So, for the month of December. And you guys have an awesome day. Yay! And I have one more that I want to do, one more video that I want to do. And that will be for at least for this series, and that'll be for my randomizing my rollover here, to put more money into my sinking funds, which will make me happy, and then I can sort out this pile of money on the side here and wait until I can go to the bank. So guys, have an awesome day. Bye bye now. Thank you.